Here we are, back on the weeklies, and look at this, absolutely amazing. We're going to have some right fun with this one, as you can see. So we're going to kick off in the first race, which is a Sunday Cup, and we are in a Toyota Jeep Land Cruiser, I think the original one. As you can see it there, very old, very slow, but everybody's in something slow. Look at it lean as we go into the corner, as we go around the outside of a little Mini there. So yes, I've done this in two parts. So this is part one, and this is the first 3 races, and then part 2 will be the other 2 races, 5 in total. Just so it's not too long. Anyway, as you can see, as we go past 2 Citroens. So this is the first race. They give you an advised PP, and it's up to you what you use. I think this had to be, there are some criteria, I think it had to be a road car. So use this Jeep, wouldn't use it, would we? No reason to use it, but a bit of a laugh at Goodwood, as you can see. I love the way it tips when you brake. It's just, yeah, it's quite funny. Anyway, yes, point of the weeklies. I haven't done them for a long while, absolutely love them, mainly because it makes you do things like this. No way I would have used this Jeep, and here we are using it. So you might discover a gem or two, or a few good cars that you wouldn't necessarily use, so that's why I like doing it. So anyway, back to Goodwood. We're going through the field, hopefully. Unfortunately, we're going to hit these 2 cars at the chicane, and we're just going to ram the Golf out of the way there. There you go. Shouldn't have blocked her, should he? No, that was appalling driving. You can tell I've done them for a while, because although this is AI, I try not to barge them out of the way. But yeah, that was a bit unfortunate. Just caught you at the chicane. They weren't going to back off, because the problem with this car is it's so slow. It takes you about half a lap to get back up to speed again. So yeah, I wasn't going to. But anyway, if I can start doing these weekly, which I might try to do. Hopefully we'll have some gems along the way that we can look at. We're going to skip on now. I think that's enough of watching. Let's go around slow. So the second race, I think, is Dragon Trail Gardens. I'm going to say Dragon Trail Gardens. No, it's not. It was a terrible move there. It is Dragon Trail Gardens. Yeah, I'll tell a lie. Sorry, it is Dragon Trail Gardens. So this one, you had to have another road car, I think with a different PP. It might have been a European car. So we've opted for, I just picked the first car that comes to mind, to be fair. Or the first car that came on the list, and it was a BMW. It's been absolutely terrible here. It's a road car, so brakes are not like we used to. Yes, it is Gardens, definitely. Gardens reversed by the looks of it. As the back's getting way out of shape there, as you can see. So yeah, a massive slide on. So we're going to have a look at that. Go between, overtake one car on the grass, and then zigzag between 2 cars there. Absolutely brilliant. And then having some right fun on this one. Massive slide, but managed to keep it under control, so nothing too dramas there. I love the way even this car pitches in, to be fair. Again, lose the back, so no good drive. What a blast though, absolute fun. If you ain't done them, do them. I think this one earned you probably $1 million. So I think it's 500 for the last race, 100 and then 200, so it's probably 800 plus. I think you get your dailies as well. So yeah, worth doing. Anyway, let's skip on now to the final part of this. So this is race 2. We're going to skip to race 3 now, which is it has to be a VGT. Again, didn't sort of scope this out. I just picked the Jaguar with the foldable spoiler, so you will see that deploying and undeploying at slow speed. It's not there. When we accelerate, there you go. You can see it electronically folds out at slow speeds. It goes away. Again, absolutely terrible with this car. Not used them for a long time. They only have one gear, and yeah, they're really, I wouldn't say the brakes are terrible because they're very sharp, but it's a very different way of driving these VGT cars, and it tends to take a little while to get used to them. So you know, after about 4 or 5 laps you start getting into a flow, but you can see it's terrible to start with, which is why we're coming off and we are all over the place. No fuel and tyres in any of these first 3 races, or the first 4 races should I say. Tyres and all that lot only come to the last race. As we go off yet again, we actually hit the barrier there, so we're going to come back through the gravel trap, rejoin and try and actually do something on this race. But again, you know, obviously VGT is not probably anyone's favourite, but once again, would I have used the VGT this week? No, I wouldn't. So in some ways it's good that it allows us to use a car that we wouldn't necessarily use. Anyway, I'm not going to go right to the end. I think we have overtaken nearly everyone. Yeah, nearly everyone. Yeah, we're not going to go right to the end. But anyway, this is part 1, like I say. So that's your 3 races. Very quick to do. I think I did these 3 races in less than half an hour from start to finish. So you get your 300 grand for doing that, plus your daily tie-up. So yeah, Richard Chicane now. And yeah, so very easy money for half an hour. And what I'm going to do now, we will wrap this one up. Hit the like if you liked it. Thanks for watching as always, and we will get on with the final 2 races in part 2.